Hi everyone, I'm Carly Knaus.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Lane.
And today we will be performing the lab Oil, Coffee, and Water, What is Going to Dissolve? So this lab experiment will be conducted in an elementary education classroom setting. Through this lab, students will be able to explain what solubility, solvents, and solutes, and how like dissolves like with similar chemical characteristics. In particular, students will be able to explain why oil and water do not mix, and why coffee and water do mix. The dissolving process involves all of the previously listed characteristics, so solvents, solutes, and how like dissolves like. Before beginning the lab, students will complete a pre-lab, but we're not going to do that for the demo. Okay.
So the materials you need for this experiment is safety goggles. Then you need instant coffee grinds, 10 milliliters. Then you need canola oil, 10 milliliters specifically. Room temperature water. It's in this jug, but it did come from the sink. And then measurement utensils. We are using these because we are doing this experiment in a home environment.
Okay, so step number 1 on our procedure. Put on your lab goggles. So even though we're not handling any dangerous chemicals, we need to protect our eyes. So we're just going to do a little tour of our lab. This is a safe laboratory setting. We are in no danger or threat in any way. Okay, step number 2, we are going to begin with the oil and water solution. So we're going to take 100 milliliters of temperature water, and Caitlin will
take 10 milliliters of canola oil. So we're just measuring it out right now.
Okay, step number 3. Before you begin, record your observation in the chart below. So before we begin pouring the water and the oil into the mixture solution, we are going to record observation. So what is our initial observation of the water?
The water is clear and transparent.
Yep.
You can see right through it.
Okay, so I'm just going to record that. And then the oil?
The oil has a yellow tint, but it is still pretty transparent.
Okay. So, step number 4, pour the oil into the water and then record your final observation. Okay, so you can see right away that the water and the oil are separating. The oil is at the top and it does not appear to mix with the water. So, you can see that. You can see very clearly. Okay, so we're going to record our final observation below. So, the water and the oil are separated and they on top, but they still maintain their color integrity. Okay. Next, step number 5. Take 100 milliliters of room temperature water and 10 milliliters of instant coffee granules. Here it's important to use the granules because if they're not instant, they will not dissolve.
We're just going to put this one to the side.
Okay. I'll do the water.
And I'll do the 10 milliliters of coffee.
Again, this is step number 5. Okay, so
before we mix them, we're going to take initial observation of the water and the coffee grinds.
This is step number 6. So the water is, again, clear and transparent.
The coffee grinds,
they're just brown.
Yeah, can't see through them.
Yep, so coffee, brown, can't see. And the water is clear and transparent. Okay, so now step number 7. Add the coffee in and stir for a moment. So we're going to get our timer ready. Just so we have a clear moment. Again, moment means 1. Okay, and once Caitlin pours that in, we are going to start the timer. Okay, starting timer now. So stir for a moment.
While we are stirring, you can see that the water is now not clear and transparent.
So if this were done, if we had more time to display this, this would actually dissolve entirely. This is in the beginning phases of dissolving. If we were in a regular classroom setting, we had an entire period to do so. You would see this. Okay. Timer is done. So our final observations are that the water has changed color and that you really can't see the coffee. You kind of just see a brown solution. Okay, Caitlin, what is the solutes?
The solutes of this experiment are the coffee grinds in the canola oil.
Okay, and what is the solvent of this experiment?
The solvent of this experiment is the water.
Okay, and how do you know if something dissolves? What are some evidence?
Some
What's the
evidence is that you can no longer see it. It disappears
Okay. Well, this was in the beginning
Yeah.
phases of dissolving. It did change color, so that is an evidence of dissolving. Okay, did all of the solutes dissolve? If not, why?
No, the canola oil did not dissolve in the water because there was still a separation.
Okay. And coffee dissolves best in hot temperatures. Do you think temperature influences how something dissolves?
Yes, temperature does influence. The hotter it is, the quicker it does dissolve.
And how do cool temperatures influence how something dissolves?
The colder the temperature, the longer it takes to dissolve.
Okay, everyone, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this lab demo, and I hope you will do something similar in your own classroom. Okay, bye.
Bye.